Hey, what's up? This your boy Big Man. You already know what it is, man. So let's get right to it. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about YFN Lucci, man. Now, YFN Lucci has been locked up since about March time frame last year, right? It's been about a year now that I think about it. YFN Lucci originally caught a case where he was the alleged driver in a gang-related shooting in December of 2020. Now, he was originally released on bail, but after a RICO indictment came down, this is a Georgia State RICO indictment, which indicted like 12 members, and I want to say it was like 105 charges connected to this indictment. A new warrant was issued for YFN Lucci's arrest, and he had to turn himself into Fulton County Jail. Now, YFN Lucci turned himself into jail reluctantly, and since then, it's been an ongoing battle. He's tried many times to get pretrial release, but they've been denied, or he feels like he hasn't been getting his fair shake. Now, recently, some news kicked off that YFN Lucci himself has gone to the media or through his team to say that he had got stabbed in jail. Now, YFN Lucci has been alleged to be a part of a Bloods gang that runs a certain part of Atlanta, right? Now, to be real, none of that has been confirmed, and his lawyer has protested that, but it seems like YFN Lucci's affiliations, or maybe even the charges that he caught, or maybe even just some situation that he ran into, then got him stabbed up in jail. Now, before we break down this story and get to the specifics, do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button, make sure you hit that subscribe button, and man, let's get it. Okay, now that we got that out of the way, man, let's talk about this YFN Lucci story. And this is a crazy one, to be real with you, man. Now, as I mentioned in the intro, YFN Lucci has been locked down for about a year now, it seems, man. And it hasn't been going good for him. And this obviously is a move in the wrong direction. Now, in this story from TMZ, it says this in the headline: YFN Lucci, I was stabbed in jail, ... let me out of here. So basically, letting it be known that he was stabbed in jail and he wants out of jail, man. Now, you got to feel for YFN Lucci to a point, because in the incident he was arrested in, he was not the trigger man. You know, he was not the trigger man. The person who actually got shot was one of his homeboys. It's just that, you know, in the commission of a crime and all that stuff, right? So YFN Lucci was released on bail originally and then got locked back up, man, when this whole RICO charge came down for this whole gang indictment type deal, right? Now, the story goes on to say YFN Lucci is desperate to get out of jail as he awaits trial in his murder case, because he thinks he might literally die behind bars if he stays locked up. Now, that's a strong statement. In order for YFN Lucci to come out and say, hey, man, I need to get up out of here because I think I might, die up in here. Oh, man, what in the world is going on in there? I mean, we've seen 60 Days In and all these locked up shows, but, you never know what's really going down. And even though one of those shows were based in Fulton County, but, man, let's continue. Now, it goes on to say, according to new legal docs, the rapper claims a fellow inmate at the Fulton County Jail stabbed him last month. And he also says he's been told there's a bounty on his head among inmates. Now, that's a big deal, man. He's basically saying there's a bounty, a green light on his head within Fulton County Jail, and he wants out of jail. Now, obviously, he's trying to do this the right way through his legal team. He ain't trying to do anything janky, but it looks like, man, he's really serious if they're filing that in the legal documents. Could he just be saying that? Maybe. But I'd have to give him a benefit of the doubt, because no matter what, people who go to jail, it seems like they want to maintain their toughness and maintain to see like they can take care of themselves and their business. So for him to go out in public and say, hey, man, I think if I stay in here, I'm gonna get shanked or something like that again, man, that's crazy, man. Now, it also says in the docs obtained by TMZ, YFN Lucci claims he was stabbed from behind while on a video call with someone on the outside. And he says the other inmate used a homemade shank to stab him. That just sounds bad, don't it, man? Like somebody, you on a video call and then just somebody comes out of nowhere with a shank and just gets to stabbing on you, man. Yeah, man, that's crazy, man. Yo, and if that ain't motivation to stay on the straight and narrow, I don't know what is, man. Because think about it. YFN Lucci, about a year and a half ago, was just a regular rap star. You know what I'm saying? He was kind of one of those mid-level guys. He was getting big money. He had big features. He had songs that got plaques and stuff before. He was doing all right, man. He had enough money to buy that Maybach that they got caught in, or that got, swept up in his case and everything, man. And now he's talking about somebody going from behind and just stabbing him, pause and all that. But you get what I'm saying. Now, the story also says, since the alleged stabbing back in February 9th, YFN Lucci claims he's been told there's a price on his head, and he fears his life is in jeopardy if he remains in custody. As a result, YFN Lucci is asking the judge to grant him bond so he can get out of jail. And he says he would be down with 24-hour home confinement and wearing a monitor device if he gets out. Now, he's basically putting it on the table like, yo, I'll do 24/7 all day. You know, at home, I'm just trying to get out of jail or at least get my bond approved this time, because I don't know how many strikes or how many times you can get your bond denied before trial in Georgia, especially when it's like a Georgia RICO. I don't know their laws like that. But, you know, in other cases, there's people who have ran up the amount of times they've asked for bond and it got denied. And this looks like it might be one of his last times, or maybe he's just that serious this time where he wants to, you know, convey it to the judge like, yo, it's serious up in here, man. They got a green light on my head. You know what I'm saying? There's a bounty on my head, I should say. And now there's, you know, I've already been stabbed. So, man, what are we going to wait for next? Now, the story finishes by saying this. It says, remember, Lucci is in jail now because prosecutors said he violated the previous bond conditions in his murder case by going to the strip club and recording studio. Now, to be honest, I could see where he could finagle that and probably say, well, due to me being a rapper, this being Atlanta, there's certain places I have to go to that might not seem like they're the kind of establishments I should be at when I'm on bond. But, you know, due to my career, I got to be there. I got to be at the studio. Come on, man. That's how I make my living. Now, the strip club, yeah, it might seem janky, but come on. I'm a rapper. I make an appearance. It just helps the image. You know, I hopefully his lawyer could do a better job of selling that. But obviously, they had an issue with it the last time. Now, it also says, so it will be interesting to see if he gets another shot. We reached out to YFN Lucci's lawyer and the jail. So far, no word back. And that's where the story ends. So it looks like YFN Lucci has himself in a horrible situation here. He's definitely been doing a lot of time so far. I mean, what has it been? It's been almost a year, because I know it was March time frame. I want to say that he got locked up and he had to turn himself back in. So all since that time, man, he's been locked down, and, you know, he's obviously been having issues in there, and there's obviously something going on that he probably doesn't want to say on a legal document, but he's wary of, so he wants to get that bond so he can be safe. He'd rather be at home 24 hours than have to deal with what's going on in jail. And that's probably anybody. I bet you if you ask anybody in the jail, they would say that same exact thing. But what do you guys think about this story? Do you think YFN Lucci is just saying this, or do you think he wouldn't put his reputation out there and everything unless it was true? And since they have the official date where they said that he got stabbed, maybe there's even paperwork to back that up of what went down on the video call and all that, man. That's crazy, man. Yeah, man, stay on the straight and narrow, man. This is a wild story. Now, with that, this has been your boy, Big Man. Do me a favor. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. And make sure you hit that notification bell so that way you get a notification every time I drop this hot content. And we out of here. Peace.